Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. All right, so the #1 character name I see dropped on social media that fans keep saying they want to see back because you either love him or you love to hate him, that is Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson. So we got Matt Atkinson back for 2 scant episodes not that long ago to comfort Taylor Hayes, or Rebecca Buddick, when Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, dumped her and then abruptly and instantly remarried Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. But Thomas, showed up, got mad, and then abruptly did a 180, gave his blessing, and left town. It was bizarre and anticlimactic. And of course, right now, Hope Logan's engaged to Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton. I expect them to plan a wedding perhaps as soon as the Christmas holiday, maybe New Year's. And of course, we know that Thomas is due back around Christmas. But all indications point to another short-term return, not Matt Atkinson back on contract like a lot of people want. Casey Kaspersky said that Matt Atkinson was back filming for a week, and that coincided with a week they know they were filming Christmas episodes. So maybe a handful of episodes, him filming for a week. That could get us up to, 10 episodes, say. But not Thomas back for good, not when it's only a week. I do think it'd be great if Matt Atkinson's character was back and he came to disrupt Hope and Liam's wedding, or to give design advice on Hope for the future designs. And if Thomas came back, he can bring Douglas Forrester with him, because Hope needs her son. Also, Thomas needs a love interest now that he and Paris Buckingham are over. So he and Hope seem done, but a lot of fans would love to have her back with Thomas. But I think if they're going to leave Hope with Liam, why not bring Thomas back to Bold and pair him with Ivy Forrester? She used to have a thing for Thomas back in the day, and although both of them are Forresters by name, they are not related, not even a drop of blood between them. I'd also like to see Ashley Brewer on more often as Ivy. And unfortunately, I do think Thomas is a long shot to come back, but it would be awesome if he did. However, Brad Bell seems to like sticking us with nonsense like Remy Price on the screen while keeping Thomas away. And I do expect if he is back for Hope's wedding that it might be the same thing like with Brooks and Ridge's wedding, where he shows up and acts like he's going to make a big scene and then just gives his blessing and then gets on a plane and goes back to France. All right, #2 on our list of characters we would love to have back is Quinn Fuller, Rena Sofer. She left Bold and the Beautiful back in 2022, not long after she crashed Carter Walton's wedding to Paris and asked him to be with her. Carter walked out on the bride and chose Quinn, and then after Carter did that, abruptly she was just gone. And if you were watching back then, you'll remember that Quinn and Carter had fallen in love. At first, it started out to be mostly chemistry. They were having an affair behind Eric Forrester's back when he and Quinn were married. And Eric eventually found out, but then he told Carter he could keep betting Quinn because Eric was suffering from ED. But Quinn and Eric's marriage fell apart when he started playing dirty pickleball games with Donna Logan behind her back. Plus, Quinn, busted in and then asked Carter to choose her. And after he dumped her at the altar just out of nowhere, Bold tanked Carter and Quinn's romance. So after building it up and destroying her and Eric's marriage, it just kind of didn't make sense. And out of the blue, Rena Sofer was just gone. Quinn went to lunch and basically never returned. Now, I will say one thing. She is semi-retired. She said she was leaving to work on her pottery business, but then she went over and did a lengthy contract run over at General Hospital. So I would definitely like to see Quinn come back and either steal Eric from Donna, or Quinn comes back to make trouble for Carter and his new romance with Daphne Rose. However, if Quinn did return, they might have to recast her because Rena Sofer is semi-retired and recently moved from LA to New York. But she officially wrapped her run at General Hospital, so you never know. She could come back to Bold one day. All right, on to #3. Wouldn't it be great to have Wyatt Spencer back for good? I feel like Darren Brooks' return is long overdue, at least for a lengthy arc, even if he doesn't stay long term. Wyatt is another character that just evaporated one day that fans really miss. There are other characters that evaporated that fans don't care so much about, like R.J. Forrester. I mean, they didn't even bring Wyatt back for Liam's fake cancer crisis or when he was shot.
It would be a real shame also if Brad Bell didn't bring back Wyatt at least for a couple episodes for Liam's wedding to Hope. Plus, Wyatt's little brother, Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, has been going through this terrible crisis. He was molested by lunatic Luna, who got pregnant, miscarried, then ran over. So the Spencers and their ongoing drama could absolutely benefit from Wyatt being there to support them. Also, if Darren Brooks came back, we could see Wyatt as a possible love interest for Ivy, who I think people would like to see more of as well. All right, the number 4 return we'd like to see is Dr. James Warwick. And I know that sounds like out of nowhere, but recently Bold dropped a little hint. Maybe it was for nothing or maybe it was for something. When Taylor was in her office at the hospital, she was reading James's book. He's also a psychiatrist, and we saw Taylor looking at his book and then she slid it back onto a shelf. Also, James was involved romantically with both Taylor and Sheila Cater. Back in the day, during a blizzard, Taylor took James's V card so he wouldn't die a virgin because they thought for sure they were going to freeze to death. And he was married to Sheila. They have a daughter, Crazy Mary Warwick. Also, the actor who played him, Ian Buchanan, is a fan favorite, and James's return would fit perfectly into current storylines because he could counsel his ex-wife Sheila if indeed she does wind up losing her hubby, Deacon Sharp, or Sheila could rebound with him and just let Taylor have Deacon. All right, last but not least, at number 5 on our list of returns we'd like to see to Bold and the Beautiful is the gorgeous Rick Forrester, Jacob Young. It has been a hot minute since Brooks and Eric's son was on Bold. Jacob left Bold in 2018. A lot of fans miss him, and they want to know where he is and why we don't even see him for family occasions. Rick had lots of love, lots of drama back in the day. He was married to the younger Carolyn Spencer and Amber Moore, Adrienne France, and also Maya Avant, Carla Mosley. And last we heard, Rick and Maya split, and Rick has been living in Paris ever since. So I would love to see all these Bold and the Beautiful old school characters come back, and I think a lot of fans would like that too. It would be great because the current storylines we have left are mostly dull. There's not a lot of stage set for drama. With everybody pretty much paired off and happy, where's the soapiness, right? So bring back some of these characters and things could really pick up on B&B. All right, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.